Your choice.
The RedHawks win tonight by a final of 2-0. Welcome back to Newman Outdoor Field and on the radio on 740 The Fan and 740thefan.com. The victorious manager, Doug Seminick, in his 91st game in the playoffs as the skipper of the RedHawks joins us down below. Doug, this was vintage RedHawks baseball, and how about a classic pitcher's duel in game one of these playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, both guys were pitch for pitch. I mean, no one wanted to give in. It was, quite a battle. Quiano was good. Stanton, we went up to 100, and we knew that Harris had to get in the game sooner or later, and he stepped in and did what he does, get people out. So, good win. We rallied up there in the eighth, and Borquin got it going, and CJ had a big hit up the middle. That really set the inning up, and, we kind of went from there. Pepcorn did a real good piece of hitting by taking the guy's slider and just flipping it into the right field and had enough leg to get home. And, we were hollering at Timmy to hit a fly ball. He's been doing that a lot. He hit one back there enough to get the second run in. So, good team win, played good defense, pitched good. Got to continue to do it. Every time the game stays tight like that, it's Gary. That's Gary. We get on the mound and make a pitching change, and our guys go, let's, try to railcat them a little bit ourselves. So good team effort. Everybody did a nice job.
Doug, you did such a great job of just recapping the game. How about there at the top of the seventh inning when you took Taylor Stanton out, who pitched beautifully, and Adam Klein, the lefty, against Joe Harris, and Joe induced that ground out to second base. It sure looked like the Railcats were poised to score the game's first run, and it seemed as though the whole game turned on that great big out.
Well, when I say Railcat him, that's what I mean. He just tried to chop down on the ball and try to force us to make a good play, and CJ came in real good and made a nice play on the ball. So, it could have made a turning point in the game, but it was a good play by our defense. Our defense has been good a lot of the year, so, we got to depend on it a little bit. We sucked up a little bit in the outfield, tight to the plate, so don't let a lot of little flippers go in, and I thought we did a good job all the way around.
Well, Doug, tomorrow night, game two, and equally big here as you try to get the first two at home before going to Gary for game three, and it should be an interesting game again tomorrow night as you go to Alex Caldera.
Well, he's pitched good this last three times out. He's been the Alex Caldera of old. We need him to have a good fastball, which he has, and his slider has to be a pitch that he uses. Get all his pitches going in the game, and hopefully we get the same kind of performance we got out of Stanton as we get out of Caldera tomorrow night. Hopefully we score a little bit early. That's a key for this series, is get on the board quick. So, we know we're in for a fight. We're just going to have to keep fighting.
This is electrifying stuff. Congratulations, Skip.
All right.
Doug Seminick with us on the postgame show. 2-0 is the final, and Doug with the ceremonial handoff of the microphone to the RedHawk lefty Joe Harris, who gets the win in relief tonight. And, Joe, you were tremendous as always, and just tell me about the mindset that you had to have, Joe, coming in there, game obviously on the line, scoreless in the seventh inning. You come in to face Adam Klein, who is a guy who takes a lot of pitches. How about the at-bat there, and you got him to ground out to second for the final out of the seventh inning?
We were just going to attack him, make him put the ball in play. If he gets the ball down, confidence in the infield to make a play. If he happens to take a few pitches, that works in my favor. Maybe get something like a slider going on and off, knowing he's going to be protecting the plate there.
Then in the eighth inning, Joe, you struck out the side, and it seemed as though you were pumped up on the mound, and it seemed like everything that you were throwing was there for a strike. Did you kind of feel that even as you came into the game?
Actually, down in the bullpen, I didn't feel that good. Couldn't get fastball to the arm side of the plate. Couldn't get my changeup down. Came down here and made a few changes, and it worked out for the better.
Yeah, and then in the bottom of the eighth inning, how about the team's offense? It was just one of those tightly played, kind of close to the vest playoff games, and the RedHawks found a way to score 2 runs, and that really had to make you feel a lot different as you came out there in the ninth.
We know our offense is going to get there. 1 through 9, there's not a for sure out on there. It's just a matter of putting guys on, putting pressure on them, make the plays, and try to scratch something across.
Then in the ninth inning, Joe, you got 2 quick outs. You got the pinch hitter Babineau to ground out to second on a good at-bat. Brian Kolb, another good at-bat by Gary, lined out to center. And even though Martinez slapped a single to left, you faced Zach Mitchell, and that was a 3-2 count, and you struck him out to end the game. How about that cat and mouse game for the final out?
I've been working these guys every time we face them if I get ahead in a count, they know chances are something soft is coming. Postseason, you kind of got to just make the best pitch you can, knowing you got your defense behind you to make a play.
All right, Joe, and why don't you give a shout-out to everybody listening back home? I know that Shannon's listening, and she's got to be awfully proud, and your dad, so just give a little shout-out to everybody who's listening back in Pennsylvania.
Just want to give a shout-out to all my family and friends back home. Miss you guys, and hopefully I'm seeing you in 2-3 weeks.
All right, Joe, congratulations. Great outing. Way to go. Joe Harris, Red Hawk lefty, got the win in relief. Gary starter Alan Keano takes the loss, but boy, did he pitch a gem. Both pitching staffs were outstanding tonight, and the Red Hawks just found a way to score a couple of runs in the bottom of the 8th inning and get the victory. How about that? When we come back on the post-game show, we'll name our Sweet Dreams player of the game, and we'll check on that.